Okay, today we're doing some square baling. Well, actually, yesterday I started square baling, and I baled about 500 bales, and it finally got to the point yesterday evening about, I guess it was about 6:30. The moisture started getting up to about between 25 and 30%, and even with spraying acid on it, I was spraying acid on it anyway, propionic acid, crop saver if you want to call it, which is a preservative that I'm using now on hay that's too high moisture. Some of you already know that, and some of you, if you just joining, you know, it's in this tank right here, and when the moisture's too high, you can turn it. There's a pump on it, and there's a nozzle in there that sprays this liquid on the hay, and it preserves it. It keeps it from heating, which will prevent it from molding. So anyway, that's my wife. She's wanting to know if I need help. So hold on. All right. Well, anyway, now we're in the tractor, and we're getting ready to start baling. What I was saying is you can bale up to 30% with that preservative, but once you get over 25%, let's say up to 23%, you use like 4 pounds per ton of hay. Use 4 pounds of crop saver per 1 ton of hay. Well, if you go to 23 to 25%, you use 8 pounds per ton of hay. If you go from 25% to 30%, you got to use like 16 pounds. So it doubles. At certain percentages, you have to double the rate. So at 16 pounds per ton of hay, I'd be putting like 50 cents of product on each square bale, and that gets pretty expensive. So I just decided to stop and wait until the moisture come back down under 25%. So hopefully today, we're supposed to get some thunderstorms, so hopefully today I can get this baled, and hopefully, it ain't been a very good drying day, but hopefully the dews burn off of it, so maybe it'll be low enough that I can actually bale it today and not have to use as much crop saver on it and save myself a little bit of money. And I don't like baling over 25%, even with crop savers. It makes the bales seem, I don't know, they just don't seem quite right. They're too heavy because of the moisture, and they claim they'll keep, but they just don't seem right to me. So I like to keep it under 25%. So far, that's how I like to do it. So I got this moisture monitor in the cab here, and that's how I can tell what the moisture is, and I've been checking it with a probe also. So, and I know that this meter, I've got it calibrated where it's really close with my moisture probe, which I trust pretty good. I trust the moisture probe pretty good. So yeah, let's get started here and see what the moisture's running. Hoping it'll be low enough I don't even have to spray it, but it's not, so I'm going to start spraying. 22%. This hay's been down for 4 days, and 2 of them days were bright, super bright sunny days. Two of them haven't been that great, but it is what it is. I'll get back into some hay here in a second. There we go. I had all this hay windrowed yesterday, and then this morning I come over here because I didn't bale it and it was all windrowed. I checked it, and of course it was all wet underneath the bottom. This was about 11 o'clock. So I decided to just take the tedder and run back through it and spread it out. That way it would all get good and dry. And then I come back and raked it just a little bit ago. Some of this hay is dry. Like right here we're at 17.9, 16.8. Then some of it down here next to these woods are 21, 22. And when it gets that high, I'm spraying it. So I don't want any mold. Last year I had a lot of trouble with second cutting and getting it dry, and I think I ended up, I don't know how many bales I had second cutting, probably about 1,500 or something. I think I had about 50 bales that got returned or rejected, and in other words, and they were all at the same person, but in other words, she found 50 bales that were molded, and when she come to get more hay, because she buys most all my square bales, not all of them, but most all of them, we have a deal worked out where she finds molded bales, and I'll let her take the price of those bales off the next load. So she got 50 free bales last year, which adds up to quite a bit of money. Enough money to justify spraying this hay with this preservative. Hopefully she won't find any molded bales this year, even though the moisture is high. This crop saver should take care of it. And she didn't want crop saver on her hay to start with, but we kept talking about it, and she said she'd try some, and she took some, and she never did tell me whether she had any trouble with it or not, but she texted me later and said she would take the rest of the hay that had it on it. So I'm assuming that there was no issues. So I don't know why else she would tell me that she would want the rest of it if she didn't like it or had trouble with it. She was afraid her animals wouldn't eat it or something, but apparently they did, because she wants the rest of it, of what I had. So and I'm getting quite a bit of a stockpile of hay with the acid on it. Because of the weather this year, it's been so wet, it's been very difficult to get up good dry hay like I would like to. I mean, if I could get the hay dry enough to not need it, then I certainly would not use this stuff. But good. 18%. That's okay. So, it's just on the verge of not being dry enough. Hey, look, Martin. I finally got my steering knob on here, and I'm really enjoying it. It works good. I was going to put it on the steering wheel itself, but it was actually it was too small to fit around this big fat steering wheel. But it fit on the spoke just right. I had to put the little rubber bushing that come with it on there, but it fit just right. And thanks again to Martin for sending me that steering wheel knob right there. It's been awful handy. Sure do enjoy it. I didn't have it on there when I was mowing the other day, and I wished I had, because it sure does make it a whole lot nicer to go around the sharp turn when you got to steer all the way from lock to lock. It really helps that out a whole lot. So thanks again for that. He's a viewer of mine, and he seen that I didn't have one, and he sent it to me, and I really appreciate it. Houston, we have a problem. For some reason, I got a string missing on all these bales in this freaking chute. So I bet you, let me go over here and see what's going on. Let's see here. Yep. Either my knot broke or something happened to the string. So yeah, I just changed balls of twine, so I guarantee you something happened. All right, I got company coming here. Like I was saying, it just switched balls of twine is what happened. And sometimes when that knot goes through the knot, or the knot that I tie the balls of twine together, sometimes it'll get hung in the knotter, or it don't happen very often, but I think it happens when, like, if the knot is right when it's going to tie, and my knot goes into the knotter when it's getting ready to tie a knot itself, and it'll cause an issue. But I got the string tied back. I'm getting ready to start baling, and I'll push all this busted hay out, and then I'll have to dig it out with my hand. That's the bad thing about an accumulator, if you get a lot of busted bales like that. And I was in here playing with my camera, I guess, and talking to y'all, not paying attention. That's what happens. Hopefully here in a minute we'll start seeing some hay bales with string on them again. Get out here and check. See what we got. So now you're going to get to see the ugly part of square baling with an accumulator. This is fun right here. Got all this mess in here, and you know what? It lost a whole bunch of it right over there, right before I crossed the road. It dumped it. I didn't even realize it. But I got the valves fixed. I got this one's getting ready to come over, and it's in good shape. So I'm gonna clean this out, and then I'm going to bale this field, and then I'll have to go over there and clean that mess up. I'll show you that mess over there. It's going to be a little bit of a mess. Okay, back to baling again. I still got to clean up my mess across the road, but I'll get to that in a minute. You know, that stuff like this always happens when you're trying to beat the weather, you know. It's getting extremely humid outside. It's been cloudy, and we're calling for thunderstorms today. And you know, I'm trying to stay ahead of it, and stuff like this just happens when you're in a hurry. And I don't know why, it just or it does to me anyway. The bigger hurry I'm in, the more problems I have, it seems like. But that's just the way it goes. Rolling along smooth again now. So, alright, we'll go over there and clean that mess up. Now here's my mess. I got 4 good bales here and the rest of them dumped out with no strings on them. But hey, that's a whole lot easier than digging them out of the accumulator like you normally have to do. That worked out pretty good where it dumped it. But unfortunately, I didn't realize it was going to dump it. I've never had it dump it. Never had loose hay dump it before. But fortunately, it didn't happen right here in the middle of this road. Because see, I crossed the road. You can see my other field over there. I got 2 fields here. They're both about 2 acres, and they're across the road from each other. But when I crossed, fortunately, if it dumped out right in the middle of the road, I would have been scrambling there for a few minutes. But I would have got it. The sky's not looking too good, and I still got 2 more fields to bale. Trying to find somebody to help me, trying to find Dad, see if he can bale for me so I can start getting these things in the barn. Because I might get caught with my pants down here. Alright, I'm at the next field, and there's something I want to show y'all right here. Because this was not here yesterday, and this is kind of scary. Here is a baby calf, and laying here in the field, in my hay field. And like I said, it wasn't here yesterday, so overnight I believe something killed this calf, most likely a coyote. If you look right here, you see tall grass, grass that's been laid down. The calf is right there. Something killed that calf over here in the cow pasture, which is my uncle's calf, by the way. This is our pasture, but we rent it to my uncle. But something drug that calf underneath, and I'm sure it was a coyote, underneath the fence, and eat on it over here in the hayfield. It's terrible. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something about these coyotes around here if they're gonna start killing calves. I've been trying to hunt them. Well, I tried to hunt them a couple years ago, and I never did have no luck. But I guess I'm gonna have to try to get back into it and start doing some night hunts again and try to kill some of them bastards. They're gonna start killing calves. I got Shannon baling. Kind of a hillside right here. She's baling. It's a little bit steep, but it ain't too bad. The accumulator's working good on it. That's all I got left to do right here on this cut, I guess you'd call it, on this round of hay. Anyway, I got more second cutting to do, but that's it for this round. I'm gonna go over here and get Massey Ferguson, get a trailer, and start picking up square bales. I got at least a couple hundred of them to get up. So I got up 505 yesterday, and looks like it's going to be 200 to 300 today. So that's not too bad on what I had down. So far, we've outrun the thunderstorms. Hopefully, we will continue. Uh-oh.